From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Well, today is Tuesday. It is August the 2nd. Kind of, sort of. 2016. And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And here we are again.
We are here
on
the 2nd of August.
Yeah, don't forget.
Can't go any further without correcting you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is. What'd you say? What do you call it? 2nd of August.
Not 2nd.
Secondo, si. It is Stuff the Bus coming up Friday.
That's right.
Stuff the Bus at the News Argus parking lot. Whatever you can afford, whatever you want to take over. It's pencils, pens, the simplest things.
Yeah.
They just need all of them. They need a little bit of everything to help our youngsters in school, because school supplies, for some reason, and we all know what those reasons are, they're costly and people cannot afford them. There are some people who cannot afford to buy paper and pencil.
Right.
And we need to help them.
That's right. And you can go to a dollar store near you and buy several packs of the ruled notebook paper for $1. You can get several of them. So, in packs of pencils, just a good old yellow number 2.
Ticonderoga.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is it yellow or orange?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I call it yellow. Yeah. But rulers, spiral notebooks, anything that a child could use in a classroom or a teacher. I mean, if you've got some things that you want to throw some dry erase markers, please do that. But this is a partnership between the Goldsboro News Argus and communities and schools, and they would appreciate your support.
That's exactly right. And the thing is that, unfortunately, a lot of teachers will often have to go into their own wallets and their own pocketbooks and buy these supplies. That's sad. We shouldn't have to do that.
That's right.
Shouldn't have to do that. So, anyway, Stuff the Bus is going to be a school bus set up in the parking lot of the Goldsboro News Argus on Berkeley Boulevard this Friday. We want to stuff that bus absolutely full.
Fill it up.
Fill her up, yeah. Woo! Ooh. Do you tube?
That will be fun.
It will be fun. Tubing the noose is where you take an inner tube and throw it in the water and then jump in and you ride that rascal down the river. Tubing the noose, and for only $10, you get to enjoy this experience. You get the tube, you get the transportation back, you get the t-shirt, and all that on August 13th, beginning at 9 o'clock for $10.
Yeah.
$10. That's a lot of fun. So go online to GoldsboroParksandRec.com. Get information and register, okay?
Another great event brought in the community by this organization and this group with the City of Goldsboro.
These guys are amazing.
And Prince Tire Company and Bicycle World are sponsors of this event and working with them.
They are, yeah. Prince Tire Company, I know those guys over there, you know, Del Savage and, of course, Vernon and Ralph do a great job. It's good to see them involved with this, too. Just good people. Special Olympics, Wayne County. Golf tournament coming up August 18th. That's in just a couple of weeks at the Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course. $50 per player. It's a 4-man Super Bowl format, and the time to check in is 11 a.m. And the shotgun start is at 1 o'clock, and then you have dinner. Everybody plays a round of golf and then eats.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, that's my kind of game there.
Yeah.
See what else we have here. Want to mention that Friday, and I'll give you details here in just a few minutes. Friday, I want you to keep open as the Friday at the Pentecostal Holiness Church, the Purple Heart Foundation Banquet is held, as we held this every year. This is a special banquet honoring those who have received and are recipients of the Purple Heart from their service in the military. You receive the Purple Heart when you've been wounded in battle. And these are very special people, and we want to honor them. And it's everything from World War II, and there's still some of those around, from World War II right on up through the current situation in the Middle East. So, just want you to be aware of all that. All right?
Yes,
all righty. And Operation Fan Relief is still going on at the Senior Center in Goldsboro. Senior Center, Operation Fan Relief, Operation Fan Heat Relief. This is a summer program helping those who cannot afford fans. This is a deadly heat we're going through. Deadly, where people are actually dying from heat, stroke, and heat-related illnesses. So if you can afford to give a fan, or you can afford to give a monetary donation to the Senior Center for Operation Fan Heat Relief, please do so. People are in the Wayne County area who cannot afford a fan, and they're sitting in their hot houses with the windows up, and they're sitting there and all it takes is a fan to help give them some relief.
Sure.
Okay, let's do this. We'll go to our interview, and we'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we're at the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation office, and we're talking with Julie Metz, DGDC. Wow, you guys are so busy right now. You got so many things going on. But let's get a little background first of all.
Okay.
2 or 3 years ago, you were awarded a grant in the amount of $10 million. That was for the Downtown Streetscape project, and which included the transportation gateway GWTA Center. There's just a lot going on. Tell us about that grant.
Well, that grant was funded to us to implement 4 projects associated with our downtown master plan. Mm-hmm. Like you said, the big project that everybody sees the most is the Streetscape project. It extended the city's previous work on the 200 block of North Center Street, and it extended it southward another 3 blocks to meet to Spruce. Mm-hmm. That was about $7.5 million of the overall project. It also built a new facility for GWTA as their transfer facility down by Union Station. It did all the site work for the Union Station and GWTA property, which is a 2-block city property. Right. And then it did more superficial above ground streetscape work for Walnut Street and some of the streets around it that connect Union Station and the GWTA facility to Center Street. So wow. Yeah, it was a big project, over $15 million worth of work.
It was an enormous project, and wow, the outcome is just fantastic. The downtown, and I continue to this day to hear new things, great things about how downtown looks and how it functions. The circles, the drive-arounds, the roundabouts, whatever you call them, have added so much to it, and it's a showplace. Downtown is a showplace right now.
It is. It's really exciting to see all the energy and the interest coming back to downtown, and because of that, and because of the investments the city has made and the vision that we were able to establish and the work to get that implemented, we've now had over 30 new businesses open up since the announcement of the Tiger 2013 grant, and over 30 new property acquisitions, which that part is huge. We haven't had that much interest in investing in downtown, and I can't remember when. That is
wonderful. That's all those new businesses, 30 new businesses at that time. That's new jobs. That's a bigger tax base, improving the tax base. That's just so many positives there.
Right.
And you're right. The energy's there. I continue to see people taking advantage of the downtown and the median where they're sitting and looking at the works of art. And it was quite a project. Very successful, by the way. And I congratulate you and all your people involved with it, your staff and everyone else. There was a lot of people involved with that.
It takes a lot of people. And I think, I just spoke to somebody that used to work with Congressman Butterfield and his staff for years and years. He was his district manager. And he said, Julie, in all the large District 1 that Congressman Butterfield represents, it was always easy for us to advocate for your projects because above anybody else that we've ever worked with, your whole community came together to make these projects happen. And that's so much easier to support when a lot of communities, there's dissension in what the vision should be and not a lot of support. And he said, this is one of the areas that Goldsboro's excelled in, and that is coming together and working towards a common goal.
Well, that's nice to know that the community actually all come together to achieve
Right.
the big things, because there's always somebody who says or somebody disagrees with something about the project, but
And there still are, I mean, but you know, our community leaders, from our council members, starting back to 2006, and all those that led the way to develop the plan and to incrementally invest in, you know, all the plans that go into establishing that your vision will work, you know, that's stuff that nobody likes to fund, hiring consultants and, you know, doing the construction plans, not knowing if we were ever going to get the funds, you know, to actually implement it. So, you know, a little bit of thoughtful, strategic, but risk-taking steps that they made. And then, you know, the DGDC board and our committees and all those volunteer hours, and, you know, they're the advocates, they're the ones out there in the community, being ambassadors for downtown and all the work that they've put into it. There's just been so many people that have been involved in making this success.
now here we are in the summer, and the leaves have leafed out, and everything's green. It's beautiful. The grass is green, and actually you hear someone playing a piano every now and then.
Right.
Down in front of the Waynesboro house with that piano down
I
there.
know.
That's
It's
great.
a great addition. Mr. Wheel instigated that project, and
Did he?
yes, he did, and we love it.
And now there's more. There is a new grant that's been awarded to Downtown Goldsboro. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we just learned Tuesday that we are a successful applicant. We asked for $5 million from USDOT to further our 2013 project. We're the only community in the state of North Carolina that was awarded a grant in this round. So feeling really good about, you know, the investment that they've already made and wanting to further that. And so, you know, we're just really pleased with that kind of, I guess, commitment and trust in us with their dollars. And you know, I think somebody asked me, are you surprised? And I may be a little bit. I mean, it's just unusual for a community our size to get one, let alone two grants of this size. But you know, when you look back, we've demonstrated success with our first one. We've had some great economic development numbers come back from it, and that's one of their major goals of these grants. And then we also showed capacity. You know, for a community our size, I remember when we first met with the administrators of our grant, and they looked at us kind of, you know, unsure. In fact, when we finished, we had to meet with them quarterly and then also monthly throughout the implementation of the grant, and they towards the end admitted that they didn't have a lot of hope for us. I mean, they saw just 3 of us come into Atlanta to talk to them, and they're used to working in these larger cities, you know, and so, yeah, we surprised them. But we had a great working relationship with FTA, which, you know, always helps in future opportunities. And so I can't say I'm too surprised, but very pleased.
And you're talking USDOT and you're talking FTA. We're talking federal dollars here. National, this is on the national scene, the national front.
Right.
That's where this money is coming from. So with the new grant, this is, I believe, $5 million?
Yeah, we asked for 5, where we received 5. The city has to match at least about 1.2, 1.3, depending on how contingencies might or may come in. We're planned for up to $1.7 million worth of a match, but it's based on contingencies of the project, so it might be lower than that. But we'll get $5 million from USDOT, and that'll go towards the continuation and completion of the Center Street Streetscape project. It'll take it from Spruce to Elm Street.
Okay.
It will develop the plans that we have for Cornerstone Commons, which will enlarge that pedestrian plaza space. It'll double it in size and add some really cool amenities that I think the public will really enjoy.
Wow.
We'll have an outdoor kind of amphitheater, an outdoor concert stage. We'll have a splash playground, public restroom facilities, which we don't have downtown at this time. And just a really nice space for people to meet and, you know, dine. They can take their lunches. We'll have tables out there and public art installations and a nice grass space. And so, and it'll also develop and implement our wayfinding program. You know, the city undertook a study with NCDOT last year to develop a wayfinding signage plan system for not just downtown, but the entire city of Goldsboro and even beyond for the metropolitan planning area. So we'll be installing 90+ signs that will direct people to places of attraction and government sites. And And so, and then also, the last piece will be construction of a covered concourse facility for the GWTA Center.
Oh, okay.
So that's a part of the project that we had to omit at the end when the quotes came in for the last Tiger round, because we just didn't have enough funds to implement it, but we will be able to now.
When do you receive the grants, or do you have to do some work and then?
Yeah, we'll have to do some work. We're still waiting to hear from USDOT, who they have several divisions under USDOT, and they'll farm out the administrative duties of the grant to one of those divisions. And for the 2013 round, it was the Federal Transit Administration. We're hoping that it'll be them again. We have, like I said, had a great working relationship with them, but we're waiting to hear on that. And then, depending on that, we'll probably have some things that we have to work towards, and then have a grant agreement signed and executed between all the parties.
Wow.
But hoping to be able to be ready to begin using some of those funds in early 2017 to develop
great.
construction plans for our first priorities will be Cornerstone Commons development, and then the Wayfinding Signage
That's
system.
just a few months. The Cornerstone Commons area will be closer to the police fire complex, I guess. That's thinking, looking over that property, that's about the only thing that's open there.
Right. It'll go towards the east a little bit, but extend mostly southward.
Okay.
So I think it's about 12,000 square feet now of space, but by the time we're done with it, it'll be about 28,000.
Wow.
So
Oh,
it'll
that's
be-
great. That's very exciting too, the little amphitheater
Right.
looking thing, and gee, lots of amenities there. That's great. But I'm curious as to what will be done down to Elm Street, because there's a lot of open space there.
There is.
And it's actually a very lovely area. It's beautiful down in there. And any plans for that sidewalk or what?
Yeah, it'll have a lot of the same design and material pieces that we have in the other streetscape blocks. But it'll be downsized a little bit and be more inclined for residential use instead of commercial use. So the sidewalks won't probably be as wide. The interior median will probably be about the same size it is now. And the concept for it, at least as it is right now, is to have kind of a linear park and maybe have a dog park in there. And a lot of green space, because what we're hoping to do is to invest in this area in a way that will attract a private sector investment to build more residential infill development on either side of it.
I see a lot of renovation going on in that part of town. A lot of renovation, and there's some people have taken some old, beautiful Victorian-style homes, and they're
Right.
completely renovating them into beautiful homes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on. The South Center Street at Elm Street, from there to Spruce, I guess it is. There is, somewhere in there, there's a very deep part. Are there any plans to fill that in? I hope not.
No, there will be.
Oh, there will be. You're going to fill that in?
The city's already been where they have opportunities and they have extra dirt from projects that they're working on. They've been working on filling it in. But yeah, it'll be filled in. And we'll have pathways, that will connect, so intermediate pathways.
Oh, that's good.
And again, it's going to be designed in such a way that we're hoping it'll be an attractive feature to complement residential development on either side of it. So that's.
I know with the deep part of it there's not much you can do with that, but I just thought it really looked good.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, and nobody can remember why it was developed that way and why we took dirt from it at one point. I have not run into anybody that knows the story behind why the dips are there in those medians, but
they may have just needed dirt somewhere else.
They might have.
Who knows? Maybe there was the intent to put a large basement or something. Who knows?
I don't know.
We can all speculate.
Yes.
Okay. So this is great. So the $5 million will be used for that. That's quite a project. Do we have anything on the front, perhaps later on down the road, that we're looking at?
No, just trying to recruit more private investment. Really, our focus is going to be on the next 5 years on developing more residential opportunities. We really feel like for the new businesses that have come and the existing businesses that are here, to be able to really support them strongly, we need more people living downtown 24 hours a day. And so that's going to be our focus in trying to encourage more private investment to building more residential opportunities.
There's a lot of that already. Renovation of spaces above businesses in town,
Right.
Apartments and such. A lot of that, and we want more, of course.
Yep.
There's also a lot of available land downtown, it seems, across the street next to the well-traveled pier. Mm-hmm. There's a large lot.
There's 2 large lots, and we're actually working on an option with a development group out of Virginia Beach right now, Second Act Communities, and their idea is to develop a multi-use project that will be primarily residential, multi-story. Have probably 2, 3, 4 stories with over 100 units of residential opportunities, with commercial use space designated on the first floor fronting Center Street. So they're in the process right now of doing a market analysis study to see if the community can support that kind of investment. And we're working on an option with them, kind of dictating how that will play out. But we should learn more probably early this fall as to whether that project's going to come to fruition.
Very exciting.
That would be a great jolt into that residential development need.
Yes, yes, it will. Julie Metz is the director of Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation. Director, right? Executive director. Right. Okay, I knew that. And she's been very kind to us today to ask us to, or actually we asked her if we could come by and talk to her about the grants, a little history on the $10 million grant, and the latest, the $5 million grant. Congratulations on that, recently awarded. And I thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you, Wayne.
Julie.
Appreciate it.
And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television this Tuesday, the 2nd of the month.
The tooth.
The tooth of the month. And that's the whole tooth and nothing but the tooth there. Let's see what's special about today. What's special about the tooth of the month? Today is Take a Penny, Leave a Penny Day.
Okay.
That makes no sense at all. It's also National Night Out. Of course, we've talked about that tonight at Herman Park. Hope you're able to be there. National Night Out. Today is also National Coloring Book Day.
Love.
Ooh.
Yes. That is like therapy.
Coloring? Books? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the? There's a name for it, but it's a big craze with adults now. The coloring books that are.
Yes. It is.
What are they called? They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
There's a name for them I can't recall, but it's an adult coloring book.
Yeah, and I think they're probably marketed for color pencils, but they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff online where people are doing these in just beautiful peacocks and stuff like that, and they're framing them and putting them in their house.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah. I used to I tried paint by numbers, but I lost count, Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was numbered.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're breezing through these.
Yeah, okay. Oh, want you to be aware that there is, if you are a sufferer of arthritis, as many people are, the Senior Center, Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street in Goldsboro offers an evidence-based arthritis exercise class. Now, we went out some months ago and we videotaped one of the exercise classes, and it runs on TV every day, Monday through Sunday, or Sunday through Saturday at 3 p.m. But now every week they do this, and it changes each week, of course. They're on every Tuesday at 9:30, and every Wednesday at 10:15, they have their arthritis exercise class. And this actually and truly and really does help.
Yeah.
For those who have a problem with arthritis, which is so painful.
Oh, it can be debilitating.
It can.
But they do, I have always heard that the more exercise you can do, that it does help.
It does help.
If you're doing the right things, and so what a great opportunity.
Yeah, there you go. It's at the Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street. Okay, bunch of other stuff here as well. Let's look over our trivia question for today. We'll ask the trivia question and then we will move along. The category for today's trivia question is Rivers. Johnny Rivers. No, No, rivers, just plain rivers, you know, with the wet water and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The area known as the cradle of civilization was the fertile land between the Tigris and what other river?
Good.
Between the Tigris and another river was designated to be the cradle of civilization. What was the name of the second river? Okay, that's the trivia question, and we'll have that answer for you coming up in the next segment of the program. Gee, here's one I should have asked. We'll save that one for tomorrow. Okay, August 12th, a couple of big things going on. First of all, the Waynesboro Delta Waterfowl Golf Tournament getting underway, and that will be at Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course. $200 per team, 4-man Super Ball, $100 per hole sponsorship, $30 mulligan package. There's a 2-tee buster, 2 mulligans, closest to the pin and longest drive prizes. Anyway, this is all proceeds will go to Chasing a Cure, which is a young fellow by the name of Chase, who is, well, we won't get into the story, but Chasing a Cure, August 12th. And if you want to partake in this tournament, you can, I don't have a phone number, all I have is an address. You can write to, send an entry form and a check to Waynesboro Delta Waterfowl, 307 Friendswood Drive, excuse me, 307 Friendswood Drive in Goldsboro. Okay?
That sounds good. And if you're not a golfer, but you would like to help support, since all proceeds do go to Chasing a Cure, and this sweet little boy, his face is on this flyer, then you can certainly do that and help support in that way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very good. All right, we're going to go to our next segment of the program. We'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today, Sergeant Paige Leonard, coordinator for Crime Stoppers, joins us here in the studio. How are you?
I'm great.
Good to
Other
see
than
you.
the heat.
Well, it's a little hot out there,
little
and
tough.
you guys are in training. You're running. And
I can't say I'm doing a running this time, but I
Okay.
am getting to watch and take some pictures of them do some training, and they are out in this heat, and they are fully geared up, and they are doing some very treacherous training. And so, you know, bless them today.
Well, we support our local law enforcement, our Goldsboro Police Department, and all the other law enforcement agencies around, and we want to let you know that we do appreciate what
Thank
you
you.
do.
We have seen some clips on the show, and we appreciate it very
Good.
much. Yes.
Very good. All right, now let's get to the Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. What's
Yes.
going on?
Well, you know, unfortunately, I don't know how many times you and I have had this conversation, it seems, over the years, but we have a 19-year-old by the name of Tia Maddox that was shot on July 22nd. Basically what happened was she was transported to the hospital in her own vehicle, and as what has happened so many times before, she was left at the hospital, and we were kind of left to pick the pieces up of the puzzle and put it together. But it appears on the 22nd that she was shot somewhere around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, possibly in 800 block of Olivia Lane in the Lincoln Homes area. That was a hot day. There was a lot of people outside, and we know we've got witnesses. And so we've got witnesses. Pleading to the public for people to make a decision and decide it's time, that we've had enough, and step up. And if you see something, say something. It's time for the public to start standing up and giving some information, helping us solve these people, you know, these crimes.
Isn't this one reason that we observed National Night Out?
Absolutely, and we've got National Night coming up, and this is absolutely one of the reasons why. And I think that the public is tired of it. We're out there working. We're working as hard as we can, but you know, so many times we get stumbling blocks of people not wanting to talk.
National Night Out is August 2nd. It
That's
takes
right.
place at Herman Park, I
Herman
believe.
Park, 6 o'clock. We hope to see everybody there, so be there.
Be there. But now, this young lady, this Ms. Maddox, 19 years of age, died at the
19.
hospital.
That's right.
And we have witnesses for this because it was a hot day. What time of the day was this?
This is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Gee whiz,
And,
middle of the day.
You know, you're talking the area of Olivia Lane, Hughes Street area, right there in Lincoln Homes, right off of Slocum Street. A lot of people are familiar with this area. People all over the place. So we know we've got witnesses out there. We know we've got more witnesses. We're steadily working as hard as we can. but we want people to come forward. They, you know, as often happens, they think that we have every piece to the puzzle, and you know, there's so many people out there that have the pieces that we don't have, that
Right.
we want and we need, and would like to bring this person to justice and persons to justice in this case.
All right. And the number to call is 919-735-2255. The number to text is 919-222-4230.
That's right.
And if you have any information, and somebody does,
Yeah.
wouldn't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
With witnesses,
That's right.
if you have information, call or text those numbers. Your identity is completely unknown and will remain so, right?
That's correct.
And also remember, August 2nd is the day to be at Herman Park beginning at 6 p.m. We're tired of this stuff.
Yeah.
Tired of this stuff. So let's show the bad guys that we mean business here. And in fact, this is certainly a capital crime, and you would be entitled, if you provide information that leads to an arrest, you would be
This
entitled.
is, you know, the Crime Stopper board members work tirelessly to raise money for every case in Wayne County, but you know, obviously homicides are a very serious matter, and every member on that Crime Stopper board works hard to raise the money to give away in a reward system, and we have the money, and you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that could use the cash.
Oh, yes.
And so, you know, yes, it is the right thing to come forward, but it certainly helps if we can give you a financial reward for helping law enforcement.
Yes, indeed. And one more point before we go, and that is that the reward money used in Crime Stoppers is donated money.
Completely donated from, you know, citizens of Wayne County and
That's right.
businesses of Wayne County. So this is not the taxpayers' money. This is a nonprofit organization. So that's
right.
correct.
So there's no tax money involved here. It's all by donation.
That's correct.
Sergeant Paige Leonard of Crime Stoppers, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. We're back. Wayne Goldsboro Television, thank you for being with us. Today is Tuesday, okay? It's the second day of the month of August, and August is a month we start to try to cool down a bit. It's a very hot month, but by the end of the month, the average temperature here in Wayne County will have dropped 2 or 3 degrees. So we're looking forward to that. It's good news.
Yes.
It's been hot, but we haven't broken any records.
None.
Here in Wayne County, none.
None?
None. It's been hot, but see, here's the thing. The temperature was not that high. There were some times that in some of the neighborhoods, the temperature reached over 100 degrees.
Right.
When it was 97, 98 degrees, and some neighborhoods reached over 100, but we have not broken any records at all.
It's the heat index.
The heat index is what got us.
Yeah.
The humidity and the dew points were outrageously high. Dew points particularly, you know, when you get over 70 degrees of dew point, you start feeling you're feeling already really uncomfortable.
Right.
When somebody called it thick, it's when when things are really thick around you. Well, our dew points have been near 80 degrees, and that is outrageously high.
Relentless.
Yes, we want to get down to around 50 or less,
Yeah.
and that's when you're really feeling good, when it's dry. Okay? All right, let's see what else is going on here. Wayne the Bell. We got a bell named Wayne. Did you know that?
What are you talking about?
Wayne, the bell in the
I
the
do
courthouse.
know about that and
Do
the
you?
history of it. Now, where did you get this from?
Pat found it.
Yeah.
Pat got it.
So, Wayne, the courthouse bell.
Yes.
So, beginning in the late 1800s, Wayne, the courthouse bell, kept the residents of
Wait a minute.
Goldsboro.
Courthouse ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling, stop it.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Oh, okay.
Kept the residents of Goldsboro and surrounding Wayne County, North Carolina, informed whenever court was in session and anytime activities downtown required him to sound off, as Wayne so often does.
Thank you.
Despite 100 years of courthouse fires, demolitions, and relocations, Wayne survived by being moved from one location to another until he was rescued, preserved, and permanently placed on display, where he quietly marks time and oversees daily activities for residents and visitors to his beloved Wayne County Courthouse.
There you go.
A little history. I like
Yes.
it. I like it.
And the bell, as you enter the courthouse from the William Street entrance, you will see Wayne immediately to your left. He's encased in an encasement.
And you say, "Hi, Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
A little history. I like it.
Yeah, that's great. And there's a book. There's a little booklet that's been published, Wayne the Bell. And I'm not sure where you can get that, but it's out there somewhere. Keep an eye out for it. It's about yay thick. And, of course, so am I, you know. So look for the book, and it's a great informational booklet for children, especially. That's kind of how it's written.
Very nice.
Wayne the Bell. All right, here's our trivia question for today. The area known as the Cradle of Civilization was the fertile land between the Tigris River and what river?
What's
The
the answer?
Euphrates. The Euphrates River. Yes, and if you're a history buff, you knew that.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Well, let's see what else we have. Do we have anything else? I guess we got to go. We're out of time.
We got to go.
We got to go. We're out of time. We'll be back in here tomorrow morning at 7. This show will repeat at noon and then again at 5:30 p.m. And if you have any problems with that, you can go to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel can be found by going to waynegov.com, and you click on the link in the upper right-hand corner, or find our public affairs page on waynegov.com. Go to public affairs, and you can clink.
You can clink all day long.
Clink all day long. Clink this and clink that. Anyway, figure it out. You can do that. You're smart. So we'll be back in here tomorrow, right? We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever time we start, we'll be here, and I hope you're there too. In the meantime, drive carefully, wear your seatbelt, and until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Clink.